Hey, what's going on? C. Monty checking in with Nerd Era, where nerd culture reigns supreme. Want to talk to you guys a little bit about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, what's been going on with that so far. I know I'm a little bit behind. The show's already about 4 episodes into the second season. But I want to touch base with you guys, let you know what I'm thinking of it so far. Now, I know a lot of people were disenchanted with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after last year because the first season didn't start off particularly strong. Not necessarily that it was a bad show, just didn't start off particularly strong. It was very kind of like Monster of the Week-ish, and a lot of people weren't feeling it, and it didn't really pick up until maybe like the last, not even half, but like the last quarter of the season, where they tied it in with Winter Soldier and the whole dynamic of the uprising of Hydra and infiltrating S.H.I.E.L.D. and taking S.H.I.E.L.D. down. And so season 2 starts with Coulson as the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. and trying to rebuild S.H.I.E.L.D. from the ground up. And I think they've been handling that storyline very well in season 2. And they have a lot of interesting dynamics going on. You know, a lot of characters have kind of stepped their game up. Certain characters that, honestly, I felt were a little bit annoying last year are actually a little bit more intriguing this year. Like, particularly Skye. You know, I think Skye's really stepped her game up. You know, Fitz, his storyline is way more interesting now, and his portrayal of the character is definitely a lot stronger. I feel that the story they're pursuing with Dr. Whitehall is the Kraken, you know, trying to take over Hydra and regain some foothold as Hydra. I think that's very interesting what they're doing with that so far. Of course, I was always a fan of Raina, so I'm liking her coming back into the picture. So far I feel that the season 2 is off to a very strong start. And last night's episode in particular, while one of the more playful episodes, you know, you had the whole thing about Agent May and Coulson having to pretend to be a couple to infiltrate, you know, this art showing to steal a painting and everything. It's very kind of like more like what you would see on something like Chuck, which I'll get into that later. But it was definitely more like that. But they still dealt with some pretty heavy themes, especially with Coulson coming up with that contingency plan with Agent May, which I'm not going to go into the details of that in case you haven't seen the episode yet. I don't want to, you know, spoil anything for you. But for those of you who saw the episode last night, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And it was really heavy. And I like that the show is going a bit darker with their themes and, you know, exploring more like adult style stuff. It's not just playful kid kind of stuff anymore. So that's what I'm thinking of season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so far. I'm liking it. I think it started off strong. It's continuing to go strong, and I hope it continues to follow this trend. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you check out our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/nerdera, and most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click that right there. Alright? C. Monty, Nerd Era, where nerd culture reigns supreme. Peace.